All right. So, as some of you may or may not know, we take viewer game submissions for a lot of things we play on stream. I also take sponsored segments for things that I think look interesting. This is an indie game. I'm not sure who the company that makes it is offhand, but it's called Bright Paw. It's available on the Switch. It's currently $10 on the Switch store. And the premise is you are the family cat who is solving puzzles to deduce who murdered your owner. So it is a puzzle game where you are a cat. So I've not played it yet personally. I looked through some screenshots and some of the gameplay pictures before taking the offer. It looked reasonable. We're gonna play for at least an hour tonight. We're also gonna play some Super Meat Boy this evening, which is a viewer submitted game. We did hit the numbers for the Vikings. We hit the 200s. So we'll be doing a cooking stream the week of Thanksgiving with that. Thanks to that promo and people that helped us out. The artwork and the animations looked cute though. I like puzzle games. Radical Forge. There you go. Is the audio too high or is it good? Might be a touch too high, might also be good. You know, balancing. It's tough on new games. Act 0, Level 1, The Shelter.
Oh, there you are, Theo. Honestly, it's your own dream. Do you even know where you are? Ah, well, it's time we got you sorted out with these cards. Come on now, we haven't got all day.
It's voice acted, that's a plus. I'm a big fan of voice acting. Select a card with left to right and press A to play it.
Oh, sorry about that. Just give that rewind button a tap and we'll see if we can't start walking around things instead of into them.
Hey, CO, thanks for the 26 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
If you ever find yourself in a pickle, just remember that you can take a step back and try something else. Now, give these a whirl and see where they get you.
Use right stick to rotate the camera and up and down to zoom. Okay.
There you go. Remember, Theo, you can look around at any time. What's that just there? Maybe you should give it a peek.
Use left and left stick to move the cursor to a highlighted object and A to view it. Odd cat box, a strangely familiar but otherwise nondescript box washed up on the shores of Theo's subconscious.
I wonder what that's doing sitting around here. Maybe you should keep your eyes open for other interesting things. You never know what you'll find. Well, we're done here. Go on, leap into your family's arms. Lauren and Nathaniel are waiting.
Evening, Cody. Act 1 chat, the murder.
Ah! What was that? Oh, okay. Well. After being woken unceremoniously by a sudden noise, our hero Theo felt that if he was to be kept awake, he deserved to know why. hearing the yelling from the kitchen, Theo wondered if he had really moved from his bed just to listen to some tiff. Despite his efforts, Theo couldn't simply stay here forever. He had to find out what was happening.
Disturbance 103. A suitcase rapidly filled and suddenly cast aside. No longer attended or cared for, but grand still despite the lack of use. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, something's happening, chat. Something very aggressive.
Perhaps things were a little more serious than he'd thought.
This is uncomfortably realistic. A little bit.
Except, what was that he could see across the room? He had to take a closer look.
Theo's food. Probably too far away to see the bodies. Probably gonna walk over to there. So I assume part of the puzzle is walking out your moves on some of the harder levels. These are the same, it looks like. I assume they're easy-ish to start.
God. Theo couldn't believe what he was seeing. His family, motionless on the floor. But that was it. No gun? Nothing at all. Was someone else here? As he turned away, Theo could only think about one thing. Someone was surely responsible for this, and he had to know who. Cautiously examining the hallway, Theo saw no signs of the killer. Instead, he found a path of destruction carved through strange machines before him.
Out of place robot. A strange robot sitting in the front room falling to pieces. Like all households' clock, the rhythmic ticking is a constant reminder of the universe's slow march to entropy. I am on a little bit early tonight, Logan. So we're starting with at least an hour of this game Break Pause, the sponsored segment, and then we're doing a viewer variety submission this evening as well. Optimism of use, oblivious to the crushing disappointment of reality after formal education. Oh, chat, the realism, it hurts.
The deeper into the room Theo moved, the more he realized that something was amiss. That bright red light hadn't always been there. Had it?
I like the narrator. The narrator reminds me of we started Bastion last week. We're gonna finish that up this week. Very similar vibes to that. I really liked it there as well.
Although he could not shake the image of his departed owners, Theo suddenly found himself somewhere very different indeed. However, before he could appreciate his new surroundings, he found his attention drawn to the glowing hot wall of energy in front of him.
I assume the lasers are going to turn off when we say wait. Let me look at stuff in here. More robots. Ruined security bot. A modern and threatening looking robot rendered immobile and useless.
Faced with something so clearly hazardous, he thought it might be wise to take a moment to think before diving headlong into oblivion. Oh, what a pleasant surprise! After his daring maneuver, Theo found that he was still alive. Unfortunately, there was one more laser to slip past. Theo glared at the broken robot blocking his path. After risking his life twice, he was in no mood for this obstruction. Perhaps that broken vent offered salvation. Still somewhat tense from his previous trial, Theo was immensely relieved to find no deadly lasers when he emerged from the vent. On the other hand, he was instead faced with a functional, frantic, and quite soggy security robot.
The bot's collecting water out of the glass. Janitorial robot. A poor custodian spinning their wheels in an attempt to clean up after someone else.
As he skirted by the distracted machine, Theo found himself eyeing the hole-riddled aquarium. Either someone was stalking the halls shooting at water features, or the security needed to work on their aim.
The rating has a good quirky vibe to it.
Though the appeal of fresh fish was enticing, it was offset by the risk of an unexpected bath. Rather than contemplate such a terrible fate any further, Theo decided to make a quick exit.
Can we click on the fish? That's a good question. Does it look like it? Evening, Jeremy. Welcome everybody hanging out tonight. On a little bit early, playing some Brightpaw to start, and we're gonna play some Super Meat Boy as well tonight.
Advancing cautiously, Theo was encouraged by the sight of another aquarium, this time with the water safely inside, not threatening to unpleasantly dampen his fur. There was no time to fish, however, as security appeared to be taking its job a touch more seriously.
I'm uncertain if we're the cat of a supervillain or the cat of like a secret agent. But like we're in this like underground part
Although
of
Theo
our
could be
owner's
easily
home.
distracted, he knew when it was time to focus.
You beat your Minecraft level? That's good, boys.
What are you playing?
We're playing a game where we're a cat. And we
That
gotta move.
time had arrived.
It look like you can't look like a mine.
Well, there's a robot in the middle. See, we're the cat with the arrows, and we gotta move the cat to get him across the room. I think we probably want to skirt around the robot.
That time
Yeah,
had
you
arrived.
robots like catchy.
Calm down, narrator. Oh, the robot's going around the room too. Interesting.
I think that moved like where you moved, Daddy.
So I can go back.
Daddy, I think the robot moved where you moved, Daddy. The robot moved where you moved, Daddy.
Maybe. Actually, that's probably the best move, actually. These other ones line up really well.
Beaver gang. This person, well,
Tearing
Well,
his
we
attention
beat
away
that.
from the unattainable,
Okay, buddy. I love you, and I want to hear about your game later, okay?
Of some very expensive-looking showpieces. Despite his lack of any understanding of fine art, he was disgusted by the wanton destruction before him. Having successfully weaved past the searching eyes of the guard, he was overjoyed to see that he could just follow the killer through a door, instead of crawling through the ventilation like a rodent.
later.
Okay, boys. I love you. Please close the door.
Theo cast his eyes about the grandiose room, the impressive decor marred by the smoking wreckage of robotic guards. Clearly, someone with no respect for interior design had been this way. However, hanging over the remains of a reception desk, Theo spotted something that took his interest. Bright Paw Industries.
Okay, so that bot's going in circles.
Despite the damage, the underlying class of this Bright Paw establishment was clear. The placement of several large aquariums, brimming with exotic fish, was an inspired design choice that Theo could respect.
I'm interested to see if the puzzles get more difficult. I assume they do as we play through more. But the narrative story-driven design is good, and the animations are nice.
Here. Theo crossed the room, breathing in the intoxicating fragrance of fish, while taking care to avoid the remaining hazards. As he did, his mind began to wander. Why was a place like this situated beneath his home?
Why
More
indeed,
importantly,
Theo?
Why had these fishy treats not been brought to his attention before? At first glance, it appeared that Theo had stumbled into a storage room for broken glass. Except there were other items in the glittering fragments. Grenades, missiles, an umbrella.
Definitely secret agent vibes. What is Bright Paw Industries, chat? I need to know. Do you have pet allergies in the Hoagland household? We do not. At least I'm not sure if the kids do. I don't think so, but we also don't really have bandwidth for animals. Alright, so this is the only move that we can make. I guess we could technically wait, huh? We could wait for the robot to run across. And then if I do that, we could do this to run up this way. Oh, you know what? I'm probably supposed to go behind it. I think that's the move we want. Nope, damn it. Alright, looks like we have plenty of rewinds. I like that. Let me take my time.
Behind the guard, pondering his discoveries. A hidden underground facility, robotic security, and now rooms filled with odd weapons. What on earth was this place? Looking back, Theo considered that it was perhaps unwise to leave such destructive toys lying around. On the other hand, there was no way someone would leave live explosives on display.
Classic bomb. When it comes down to it, sometimes you just want the classics. Yeah, I think we consider a dog or a cat once the kids are old enough to understand responsibility a little bit and like be able to take care of the bulk of it, with me obviously picking up when they slack. Our yard also isn't fenced, which doesn't help if we're interested in a dog.
Theo contemplated the ruins of the once magnificent boardroom, which had been reduced to little more than burnt mahogany by some kind of explosion. Apparently, the killer had needed to clear the room in a hurry. But why? Oh, perhaps those lasers were a motivator.
Perhaps indeed. Do you find lasers motivating, chat? How do you describe your motivations? Lasers motivating or no?
Advancing, Theo scrambled for a plan to slip by. There! Across the room, a shattered glass wall offering a glimpse of escape.
Well then, I think our cat... Is our cat about to get smoked, chat?
Deftly avoiding glass with his paws, Theo found
Oh, okay, got it. That makes sense.
Was that Nathaniel? As he stood, he wondered, how much of all this was his master responsible for?
Oh, wait, did I use the wrong one? Okay.
Someone had clearly been rifling through the deliveries recently, though they didn't seem to have found what they were looking for. Obviously, the killer had been looting the facility, and it was unlikely that they planned to use volatile weaponry to spread peace and joy. Being a conscientious cat, Theo knew it fell to him to put a stop to the killer's nefarious activities.
What's going on, Greybeard? Thank you for the 3/4 of a year. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Patrol bot blueprint. Yeah, I grew up in a house with a lot of animals. We never had less than like 2 dogs growing up, and we had like chinchillas and rabbits and rats and snakes and frogs. Like, there were probably like half of those animals in my childhood home at any given point. They're a lot of work. And they shed a lot. The difference between living in a house, how frequently you need to vacuum a house with a dog or a cat, and a house with just like people in it is like, eh. Not having fur on all of your clothing constantly is a nice quality.
Finding himself inside a warehouse, the towering stacks of crates gave Theo some measure of hope. Perhaps the killer would try to search the top of an unstable pile and fall to their doom.
So far, the narrative story is good. The animation is nice. The puzzles are a little simplistic. I feel like this would probably be a good game for kids, maybe a little bit older than mine. Although Declan might be able to get through this one on his own at this point.
Perhaps he should pay more attention to where he's going.
Oh, I can't use any of these, huh? Being able to rewind seems like it would be a good game for kids too. So if I start with this, he says the puzzles are too easy before he immediately messes one up.
Perhaps it was unlikely that the killer would be ended by fallen cargo. But the belts leading into the dark and deadly machinery seemed to promise an untimely demise.
Robo Rally. That is a name I am familiar with, but I've never played Quaddle.
It appeared Theo's wishes had been heard. However, he tempered his excitement until he could get a closer look.
completely average box.
Theo tempered his excitement. He didn't lose it.
I like that the narrator pokes you to move along too. Just like kind of gets exacerbated with you and like pushes you to go in a specific direction. It's a good touch.
Stepping over a broken belt with great care, he was disappointed to discover not a body, but simply several empty crates bearing the label High Explosive.
Oh yeah, Robo Rally is the Garfield game, right? So if we step up to here, the conveyor belt will push us ahead of spot, which means we can walk straight forward onto the next one. One of the things to think about when you're moving is that the final arrow direction determines the orientation of your cat. So if I use this one, will be parallel to the belt, but if I use this one, will be perpendicular to it.
The empty crates led Theo to conclude three things. The killer had found what they were looking for, they were definitely up to something, and Theo's work was not yet done. He moved on with the hope that the killer's loot would be enough to slow them down.
I wonder what our cat intends to do when it catches up to the killer. Like, what's the end game here?
Theo pondered the erratic crusade of the robots as they fired at non-existent threats. Perhaps the killer had just passed through?
Do we push these things? Or do the lasers turn off? What if I do this? I can't move that because it... Oh, they're on conveyor belts. The boxes block lasers. We can't move the box because we're a little cat, but the boxes are on belts. So I want to move up to here behind the box.
The belt, unable to tell the difference between a cat and a crate, and lacking the desire to learn, moved him once again as it would any other box.
And lacking the desire to learn, big mood.
As he headed for the door, Theo couldn't shake the feeling that the strange blue algae was creeping steadily across the wall behind him. Oh well, it was probably harmless.
It was probably harmless. Famous last words, cat. Sit on the killer's lap and never get up.
Whoever Theo was following had certainly spooked these poor robots who were all consumed by blind panic.
Okay, so that robot's gonna move over. Oh, no, that doesn't do it. Oh, wait, does that... None of these spaces are legal, right? So I gotta go back? So yeah, Chaosorb, this is called Bright Paw. It is a game available on the Switch. You are a cat trying to solve a murder mystery. It's a turn-based puzzle game. So there's a grid on the board, and then you have a variety of move cards that you need to navigate through the obstacles to get to the green square on the opposite side of the level. It's $10 on the Switch store.
As he carefully padded forwards, avoiding lasers, Theo noticed the most curious drawing etched into the wall. But why would a killer stop to doodle?
Scribbles 1 and 2. A bizarre series of pattern with no clear meaning. Perhaps some kind of code. Alright, so we don't want to go directly forward because I assume that ends up with cooked cat, since these lasers, like this belt and this belt, are both going to move over. So we probably want to go over to the left. Oh, but then I don't have legal moves, right? What if I move up 1? Did we use a bad move from the start and I have to save? Should we run into the laser? Should we see what happens when we cook the cat? We haven't cooked the cat yet, Chad. I feel like for the sake of science, if I'm going to restart the level anyways, I should cook the cat.
Whoever Theo was following had certainly spooked these poor robots who were all consumed by blind panic.
So this is basically my only legal first move, right? That's good. I'm glad we lost a level. It means they're getting more challenging, chat. I was a bit concerned that they were just too easy and maybe I was too not the target audience, but we have to think through things here. That's a net positive. Evening, Mr. Wilson. Thanks for upping that Prime support. I really appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
As he carefully padded forwards, avoiding lasers, Theo noticed the most curious drawing etched into the wall. But why would a killer stop to doodle?
Okay, and now I can go forward and we skip the lasers. Nailed it.
The killer was taking the time for artistic creativity.
Nailed it, he says, realizing he used the wrong move already and has to restart. I used one of the flexible moves when I shouldn't have. I used one that could flip either way, and I needed it at the end. So if you look at the cards, we had to start one of them goes in both directions, and I used that one I shouldn't have. Yeah, this one. This one is flexible, so it's forward, to the left, to the left,
avoiding lasers. Theo noticed the most curious
to the right,
etched into the wall. But
forward, and then we could go to the left twice.
Theo couldn't stop thinking about the bizarre graffiti he kept seeing. It was unlikely the killer was taking the time for artistic creativity. Was someone else in the facility?
Someone else indeed, chat.
As he
Who
stepped
goes
into the
there?
room, Theo found his racing mind halted by yet another drawing of a slightly more significant scale.
That looks like a face, chat. Vandalism 1 of 3. A series of rigid geometric lines that seem to take the form of a figure. Who could it be? Who
Theo tried
indeed?
his best to examine the etching, but found it devoid of artistic value.
Oh, can I not see this one? So I'm not over there yet. Hey, Illustrate. Go vote, everyone, indeed. Thank you for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
A for effort, he suppose.
Okay, so let's not cook the cat. So moving straight forward is our only valid move. So I can move over that way. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can move up 2 for now. But if I move up 2... If I move up to I'm not gonna have another legal move, right? I guess this, I guess I might get another card. Do I get another card? I do not. Okay, so that's not right. Am I supposed to wait to start? No, that can't be right. What if I do that? No. Alright, so wait to start is definitely wrong. What if we wait now so that way the lasers are blocked next turn? So we can go to the left?
As he began to move away, Theo couldn't help but wonder who would put so much effort into these acts of vandalism. Was it maybe some kind of poorly drawn calling card? Perhaps, he thought as he carried on, the murderer was simply
Yeah, me too,
an
Quark.
artist. Whatever it was, the mural failed to hold Theo's interest long enough for any meaning to be gleaned.
Hey, Roger Gould, thank you for the 7 months. Really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
According to the booming sounds of heavy industry and the massive shipping containers, Theo had found himself in some kind of loading station.
Okay, so those are on belts as well, each moving in different directions.
Theo's eye was caught by something colorful and clearly out of place hanging from a rail across the room. A discarded tie. Was this some kind of taunt?
Obvious tie. The writing's really well done. A game being fully voice acted really sells me on it. That's actually one of the... I think that's like the big thing that puts like Horizon Zero Dawn over Breath of the Wild for me. Like, they're both excellent games, but the fact that like Breath of the Wild has little to no voice acting and Horizon Zero Dawn is fully voice acted really puts it a step above. And the narration in this has been great.
It was becoming clear to Theo that the large boxes wouldn't just wait for him to cross, so he quickened his pace towards the infuriating clue. Clearly, the killer had left this tie to send a message, but in doing so, they had left a trail for Theo to follow. Perhaps he'd get the better of them yet.
I really want to see what the cat does when we catch up to the killer. Yeah, JRPGs always have that problem. The protagonist is always immune. Yeah, I don't love it. Especially when like when you can't really customize the protagonist. Like, Link should just be voiced. In my opinion.
Though he was intrigued by the surprisingly expressive train waiting before him, on the other side of the tracks, a curious hole in the wall drew his eye. Perhaps the killer had made their own exit.
Yeah, I know there's some limited amount of voice acting, Quaddle. We've been working on the main quest in Breath of the Wild. We're two Divine Beasts in, and they have a small amount, but like, the small amount that they have is a far cry from like Zero Dawn having everything voiced. Alright, so I assume this vehicle is gonna move when we move, so maybe we should just pick a move and see how far it goes. That's a vehicle, so it might move more than a conveyor belt. And like here, this is a good decision you have to make with your moves, right? So this move and this move end me in the same spot, but the orientation of my cat is different. So like this is the better move to use because we want to be facing this way for the next couple, for like to use this after it, I think. Yeah, I assume once upon a time. Oh, it's not moving. Interesting. Or it's not moving yet, I should say.
Stepping onto the train, Theo glanced towards his goal and noticed a strangely carefree-looking robot bumbling around near a control panel. Hopefully this one wasn't a threat. The train began to quake, and Theo couldn't react fast enough to leap off. He had better find something to hold on to.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Locomotion.
Theo was quite unprepared for the sudden velocity and found his current predicament extremely upsetting. Luckily, he just needed to hold on until the train looped back to the station.
This seems safe. My controller is vibrating a lot, chat. Oh, am I stuck? I think I got myself stuck, chat.
As the hatch broke free and rocketed past him, Theo pressed himself against the train and vowed to dedicate the rest of the ride to keeping his eyes open for low-flying objects of feline destruction.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, like, I know that there's parts of Breath of the Wild that are voiced, and I believe, folks, that the memories are a bigger part of it, but, like, it is still a far cry from, like, something like this with full narration or Horizon Zero Dawn where everything is voiced. So again, I get that there's some, don't, well, actually me. I'm just saying I think the games tend to be better when I enjoy. Let's not even use strictly better. Let's use subjective terms. In my opinion, I enjoy games more when there's fuller voice acting in them. So if I do that, we can do this to get past the robot.
Some comfort knowing he wasn't the only one caught unaware by the sudden departure. But it was all he could do to just keep his paws on the ground.
So if we move up to here, we can go straight ahead now. I will say I'm a touch concerned for my Pro Controller. It's been rumbling the entirety of this level. That gets us run over, huh? Oh, this ends us oriented wrong. Awkward. Am I stuck? Am I gonna have to go back to the start? It's like I could do this, but then I don't really have, I don't have any moves after this, right? Because that one comes up. I feel like I need to, so that's not a legal move. This gets us run over. That's not a legal move. That's not a legal move. Oh, I can do this one. Got it. That is in fact a burning robot, isn't it?
In the distance, Theo could just about spot the station, approaching at a rapid pace. He just had to hold on a little longer. Theo staggered off the train quickly, driven by his newfound appreciation for solid ground and the terrible fear that it might suddenly set off again.
Yeah, I would assume so, Quaddle, and I would bet that part of that too is the fact.
He could see that bloody robot that had sent the train off in the first place.
I assume because there were multiple, you added new cards as you went through, they allow for different permutations of cards to be used in different orders and be successful.
Theo eyed his new surroundings curiously, noting the piles of unused tiles and pipes. Across what little floor existed, there was a sharp drop, from which a blinding light and tremendous heat emanated. Besides this abyss sat... that bloody robot. Theo focused on the path ahead, choosing to politely ignore the annoyance in the room. A shifting wall of energy was barring his progress. Perhaps turning off that strange machine would help.
Use R to select a power toggle and A to flip it.
The odd humming technology clearly had something to do with the barrier in his way.
We have new mechanics now, chat, in Act 4.
With the barrier successfully disabled, Theo was happy to move on and leave that robotic liability behind. Surely the killer couldn't be too far now. Entering another area with limited flooring, Theo wondered why all of these rooms seemed so unfinished. Maybe they're... It was starting to look like Theo might have a tail. No pun intended. Oh, apparently Theo's new friend had some value after all. As the oblivious robot scampered over an obvious switch, Theo braced for the consequences. When none presented themselves, he decided to stay on alert. There was no way he was safe while that machine was bumping into things. Contemplating the state of the room ahead, Theo reluctantly accepted that perhaps the robot's help might be necessary.
Listen, Theo, he's such a happy robot. How could you be upset with the happy robot?
As he threw a disparaging glance at the machine, Theo noticed some worn writing on his chassis. D4Z. As a loud noise reverberated behind Theo, he wondered just what he had done to be cursed with a trundling mishap. Though his companion seemed to be some kind of cosmic setback magnet, Theo had to admit, Daz was endearing, aggravatingly so. Overwhelmed by the heat pouring from the broken machine, Theo mourned the obvious failings of engineering safety standards. How on earth was he going to reach the elevators beyond this mess?
He's Declan, endearing, aggravatingly so. That's a great summary. What is hitting the switch to?
Theo flinched when he heard the now familiar sound of Daz activating another switch. He cautiously opened his eyes and was pleasantly surprised to see something positive had finally come from this robot's help.
It's been really cute, folks. It's similar to, it's got similar vibes to Bastion in that it's fully has a fully voiced narrator that kind of dictates what's going on and describes things that you witness around you. And that's also been reasonable. They started off easy, but the last couple I've had to think through a couple of plays to really get through them. I had to reset a couple of times to get fully through.
As Daz hurried into the elevator, Theo found himself growing slightly less aggrieved. Perhaps having the little fellow around might even be useful.
We made a robot friend, chat. Look at how happy he is.
Theo found himself suspended on what could kindly be referred to as a rough and ready bridge, or not so kindly as an invitation to a long plummet to certain death. Theo watched as Daz leapt gracefully down onto the scaffold to aid in his journey across. Considering the barrier ahead of him, Theo wondered if Daz could assist him once more, with the right guidance, of course.
Ooh.
Theo found he quite enjoyed the company of the small robot when he wasn't actively annoying him. The unlikely companions set off into the cave, ignoring the child decorating the entrance. They were probably just for show anyway.
The nice thing about Shapes Wee McGee is that you can be as intense with it or as not intense with it as you want.
Of tortured metal, punctuated by the steady drip of stagnant oil.
I play shapes very casually. If you look at how Christy plays shapes, it's very serious.
Faced with a seemingly impassable split in the floor, Theo stopped to think of a way around.
Hey, Ghost Stalker, thank you for the 22 months. Really appreciate that. Welcome back.
Wait, did he just... disregarding the danger, Daz bravely leapt into the chasm to aid his feline companion. Surely he'd be fine.
Surely he'd be fine.
Oh, no.
Oh, no! We lost Daz, chat. It's definitely a game. Shapes is definitely a game you can get obsessive over. For Daz, I was just starting to get an emotional attachment to our robot friend, chat.
Stunned by the loss of poor Daz, Theo slowly padded onwards, barely noticing the more polished and functional walls around him.
What is going on in this room with the floating robots, chat? If I do this, can we get through these doors? Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff.
The only way to proceed seemed to be through a strange airlock. As he stepped inside and felt his hair begin to rise, he wondered if something was amiss. Huh? Ah! Ah!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well,
thoroughly perplexed, Theo could only hope he wouldn't spontaneously burst into a cloud of electrons in the near future.
it was a bright scene.
Despite the lingering crackles of energy in his fur, Theo found himself occupied with a rather spectacular plume of fire between himself and his goal. With nothing to hand to bar the flames and unwilling to risk singeing his whiskers, Theo was unsure of how to proceed. There must be something he could do.
I can't play this card. PSI. It hasn't described to me what this does. Oh.
Amazing! It appeared that the mishap Theo had experienced had changed him in some fascinating ways.
We're super cat, chat!
Before another jet of flame could spring up, Theo slipped deeper into the labs. Hopefully the worst was over, but if not, these newfound powers could prove quite helpful.
Our cat has developed psionic powers. We shall block out the walls of flame.
Theo noticed there was a bridge leading straight to the door he needed. A definite positive. However, a large section had decided on a career change and was currently enjoying its new life as debris below. Laughing in the face of those without strange abilities, Theo casually willed a path into existence. Theo quickly sauntered across his creation, hoping that physics wouldn't try to reassert itself at an inopportune moment.
Have we gone from psychonauts to psycho cats? Asking the real questions.
Once Once again, Theo entered a laboratory which would have been quite easy to cross, if not for the disorganized heap of crates cluttering the corridor. It was always something. These delays were rapidly becoming infuriating. Glancing at the important-looking hardware in the lab, Theo dismissed a feeling of déjà vu. There was no way he'd been here before. Oh, for the love of... Theo knew there must be something he could use to get these blasted doors open. Yes! Finally! Theo rushed through the doors.
Our psychic powers may be able to make paths, but they will never replace Daz. Poor Daz.
No! No, no, no! What happened here?
Well, that's troubling.
Christ! They can't all be ruined, can they? I built this equipment! I implemented failsafes. Surely some of them must have made it!
Now I can't tell if he's talking like the cat's the one that built these things, or if the narrator's the one that's upset that things are broken. I want to say that escalated quickly, but it really hasn't. Yeah.
Oh God, no! It's all gone! What am I going to do? I can't stay trapped like this forever! There's no way I'll be able to start again with things in this state! And it's not like you'd be able to help! You probably don't even understand what's happening right now!
I am so glad that I was like, for a second there, I was like, I feel like the narration went off the tracks, so I don't understand what's happening right now. But he was on the ball. He was on the ball.
Oh, well! Whoever did all this to me was bloody thorough! Just look, Theo! All of my work, every scrap of progress, reduced to bent metal and shattered glass! Clearly, whoever did all of this had some training. I bet it was MI5. Or maybe those umbrella-swinging secret society ponces! It's just their style to break into someone's home and trash everything in the name of Queen and Country. The bastards!
Alright, we had a bastards in there. No longer on the target of this could be a children's game.
To be hard to damage. Well, lesson learned. Don't buy from the bloody Bratva. Strong Russians steal my ass, Koskov.
I don't know what the narrator's bad about, but I'm on board. Me too, I'm invested. I need to find
My
out.
work, my genius, and this is how it ends? I can't even do anything. I'm just along for the ride on the Theo Express. At least our chances of escaping here alive are minimal at best, so I won't have to suffer this joke of an existence for too damn long.
What's going on, Mapai? Yeah, I usually take Mondays off, but the kids don't have a den meeting, so I wanted to pop on.
Maybe there's still a chance. We could escape this place and start from the ground up. Even with pause, we could try. and there'd still be viable samples on the bodies back at home. Maybe we could still save her.
Yeah, I think it said there were 70 levels, and each act has been 10 levels, so we're into Act 5. They only paid me for an hour, but I think I'm gonna finish it up. This game is really cute. Well, I only get to do one. Alright, so there's some decisions to make with our psi power now. Wonder if we get another psi power?
But it would take years starting from nothing. Even if we did manage to collect viable samples, we'd have no way of storing them for that long. And I never found the chance to make a backup of her mind.
Oh, can I only put one right here in front of me? That's not gonna work, right? Because it's gonna move. This only lets me put it the closest one. Okay, so that makes it more... That's more challenging. So this is a valid move. 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 But if I move here, the psi power is the only thing I can do, and then that slides down. So that's not a valid play. Can I put it down and then walk? I think so, but I think it slides past is the issue. So if I put it here, it's gonna move immediately, and then when I go to run up to it here, it's gonna slide past me. Oh, it's gonna block the fire, but that's not useful, right? Because it's two spaces in between. Right? Oh, we got another side card. But I can only do it here, but it's my only legal move. Well, I only get one at a time. Interesting. All right, what am I missing? Okay, so we're stuck. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing. So what is... So this is a legal move we haven't taken yet. What happens when we go over here? You can only have one side power up at a time. I must be missing something, huh? Does anybody see it? What are we missing?
Oh, I don't know, Theo. Maybe there's still a chance. We could escape this place and start from the ground up.
Maybe there's something toggleable that I'm missing.
We could try.
Let's look around the room.
Samples on the bodies back at home. Maybe we could still save her.
Another painful sign of how total the damage is in the labs. A mop, not sentimental or special or anything. How sad. There isn't a switch to flip anywhere. Oh, I can choose a position for the Psy. Oh, that's weird. I was expecting it to be left stick driven, but it's D-pad driven. Maybe it told me that and I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna go with it told me that and I wasn't paying attention.
But it would take years starting from nothing. Even if we did manage to collect viable samples, we'd have no way of storing them for that long. And I never found the chance to make a backup of her mind.
Alright, that makes this easier. Maybe it didn't tell me? What's going on, zigzags? Alright, I think we're supposed to sigh here and then walk up to it. Look at that. We had to plan a couple moves ahead here. So now we do this. And we can run forward 3, and then we'll be able to use our next move.
I can't believe she's gone. At least Joshua didn't get caught up in all of this.
That took us a minute, champ.
Who am I kidding? I'm not even me. I'm just a copy of Nathaniel's bloody mind squeezed into a brain the size of a tangerine. No offense, Theo. Honestly, it's amazing that we're both still alive in here at all.
So we have Nathaniel's subconscious implanted inside of his cat. Is what I'm gathering. What is going on here? We need to get over to there. All right, the levels definitely got more difficult.
I've been hiding out in you for months without a body of my own. And when I saw him lying there dead in the house, I thought maybe I'd had my chance.
All right, and then if I do this, we get to go like this. And we can go ahead and hook up around. Oh, is that too far? What happens if I wait? No, that doesn't do it. And that didn't, that's what I just did, right? So what if I go back? So now what if I go this way? Oh, wait. I wonder if we're supposed to side power there.
Do you know what's really strange, Theo? The thing I miss most about having a body, more than anything else, is being able to wiggle my toes. It's bizarre. You'd expect something more grandiose, but it all comes down to the little things in the end.
Alright, that took us a minute, but we got there. A lot of belts, chat. A lot of belts.
I'd literally kill to feel a foot cramp again. Christ, watch out for those lasers.
I have not heard of that game, The Fox.
Anything that happens to you happens to me.
Okay, so I can put side blocks anywhere now. Along here. Oh, the 100. It's a TV show. I have watched the first few seasons of that.
So this is all I am now? Just a disembodied voice in a cat. Well, it could be worse, I suppose. The earliest experiments were on lesser creatures. Could you imagine scurrying around here trapped in the body of a mouse? Doesn't bear thinking about. You wouldn't still be up for chasing down the killer, would you, Theo?
Alright, so these robots are going to move here, so I want to scythe this one, and then these lasers are going to be crossed out when it passes this box. Okay.
I must say, Theo, it is quite a relief to drop the pretense and just talk to you straight for once. I couldn't just be honest with you before, you understand? I mean, what was I supposed to say? Hello, Theo. Don't mind me, I'm just a strange voice in your head. Now be a dear and do exactly as I say.
I like that the narrator ended up not being a narrator, ended up being part of our character. That's fun. Oh, these always go directly in front of us. I think that means I want to do this first, then? Do I, though? Probably not. Yeah, I think you're right. I was right the first time. Because now we do this. Hey, evening, J-Ray. Thinking of donating for RDR2, Witcher 3, or Cyberpunk. Which do you have a preference? I'm concerned on playthrough time, though, since they're all 60+ hours. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what RDR2 is. I know Cyberpunk's a big title that's gotten delayed a couple of times, right? That one's pushed back till December.
My God. Why on earth did I make the laser units so skittish? I can't believe I managed to make them
Red Dead Redemption 2.
So inept.
Probably Witcher or Cyberpunk between those two. Is Cowboy. It's Grand Theft Auto, but Cowboys. Probably not that one then. We're getting close-ish to being done with Horizon Zero Dawn. I think we'll probably be done with Horizon Zero Dawn in another 12 to 15 hours, like another month or so. So like by the time December rolls around and I have a PlayStation, I'm probably ready to do another longer title. Alright, so now I have to decide when do I want to drop this Psy to block these other lasers out. Probably now. Oh, if I drop it now, this is gonna kill me, right? If I move the Psy, I think we get charred. Okay, so like, this is my only legal move that doesn't end with me dying. I've heard nothing but good things about The Witcher. And I watched the, I have watched The Witcher on Netflix, and I enjoyed that.
Agent have no respect, no common decency at all. Get in there, Theo. I won't let this stand. I haven't been here in a very long time. Looks like the flora managed to thrive in my absence, but I can't say the same for the hardware. How on earth are we going to get around all that?
Use R to select and connects objects and A/L to move it.
Well, that'll do it. You know, I find it somewhat disconcerting how well you're taking to your new psychic potential, Theo. I can't deny its usefulness, though. I'd really rather not be back in this place. But if I was to stop that damnable killer from making off with any more of my property, then I guess I have no choice.
So, it's actually kind of, something that's interesting to note about this industry, Lambton, is that a lot of people that watch things on Twitch don't scroll past the first few number of people in a category. So, like, streaming an older game like Witcher that has a small following is actually more likely to gain me more followers and new viewers with my, 100 to 200 people that I have in the evenings than something big like Cyberpunk would. Now, there is a chance that Cyberpunk could grab more of my existing followers that I already have and bring them in to be worth seeing. It's tough to know, though. And it's amusing to think about that, like, I'm in a position that's better off than a lot of small streamers that have no followers to start, right?
Really? Who needs bees anyway?
We are the #1 Breakpaw streamer, that's true. But the channel category doesn't have followers, right? This is a new game.
These plants have had more than a decade to muddle up the wiring. Looks like it must have shorted out the last time someone used the door. We may have to perform some impromptu repairs, Theo. That didn't seem to be enough. Needs more power. Nicely done, Theo. We might make an electrician out of you after all. I was so young and idealistic when I made all of this. It's almost sad to see it in ruins. Almost.
Correct, Lambton. Unless you, like, are a large streamer, someone getting, like, 2, 3, 4,000 viewers concurrently consistently, like, the amount of ad revenue that viewers account to is pennies.
Lord, that robot must have been keeping this room running for at least a decade. Have to respect the dedication, if nothing else. Do be careful around those panels, Theo. I don't think that robot has any safety accreditation, and you aren't exactly shockproof.
We aren't exactly shockproof. Well... I think I can step on to here, but not onto the actual shock panel.
Watch out for those plants, Theo. I know they either cure third-degree burns or cause them. I just can't quite remember which.
Nah, those are all safe for a donation, J-Ray. Just I'm gonna put the asterisk on it that I'm not going to start it until I finish either Breath of the Wild or Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't want to get into more than 2 longer games like that I know I'm going to want to play through at once. So... Okay, perfect. Yeah, then yeah, you're fine to send a donation through for it. especially if it's currently on sale, like you said. All right, we have to rethink this one from the start. Cyberpunk hasn't released yet, Fox. This is as an FYI. Okay, so we went to there, and now I can position myself like this. So I don't want to end there because the robot's going to come back. What happens when I put this here? I don't know if that's good enough. Oh, can we go through the middle? Oh, we could go through the middle. Perfect. Oh, wait, that's not perfect because it's permanently on the thing. Oh, wait, the robot didn't move that time because it didn't get all the way forward. Okay, that works out. They couldn't get to its path. It just doesn't move. This one took a few tricks to get through. I saw it next to Half-Life 3 as a meme, but didn't think it was on it. Yeah, it's gotten delayed like 3 or 4 times. It was originally supposed to release in April of this year, and it just got pushed back to December.
Seems the easy way is out again. That vent over there might be an option, though.
Okay, so we can slide this.
Lauren would have loved this place back in its heyday. I'm glad I kept her in the dark, though, considering how things turned out. I'm not sure what you're planning to do on this log, Theo.
Oh, can I not move it? The dots on the ground are basically mapping for where you can go. Oh, wait, I was pushing the wrong button, I think.
Certainly an inventive use of your powers. Maybe a little warning next time, Theo. Just
yes, so
try to keep
the dots
within survivable limits, will you?
So the dots dictate your mapping, and then you have a selection of different moves that you utilize to get through to the end of the level.
Despite my growing disdain for vents, being a cat sure does give you a unique perspective on things. All this plant life makes it almost pleasant in here.
Okay, so putting the box there means that bot stops. So then we can cut across this way here.
This is where it all started for me, Theo. Not the ventilation system, obviously, but the laboratory as a whole. I was trying to solve world hunger. Ha! Can you imagine?
Okay, so we're gonna end up the center here. And then I'm gonna need to cut across in the other direction. So we probably want to do this so we can then use this one. Okay. Oh, this just goes left to right. It doesn't go front to back. It's annoying. Huh? Did I have to use one of the earlier cards different? Oh, that's what I have to do. We can control the box further away. That makes sense.
A word of advice, Theo. If the government offers to fund your research, it probably isn't worth it. They always take more than they give. Unlikely to be relevant to you, but worth keeping in mind. Christ, this place is completely flooded. I suppose you won't want to sit a pour in that. We'd best find a drier route. I don't like the way that robot is acting at all. It's just glaring at us. Good thing it can't get over here, then. Oh, this trick again. Give me a moment to brace myself.
There's 70 levels, so we're there's like 10, 15 left.
Ah! Now why would you do that? Oh, bugger. Think the door needs... Huh. That was quite crafty of you, Theo. Well, let's get out of here.
Probably another half hour. Well, we'll run late and get plenty of Super Meat Boy and Fox.
More flooding. Looks like this exit's jammed up tight too. Let's try slipping through the ventilation again. Theo, it would appear that there's another robot over there, and this one might actually be able to catch us. I'm not sure you'll be able to outrun it.
24-hour break stream. I mean, if it was gonna run super long, I wouldn't do it. J Ray, thank you for the very generous tip. I really appreciate you supporting my content. It's great to still have you around.
Oh Lord, it's going to be very close. Ha ha! Excellent, Theo. That should buy us some time at least.
A goal for a costume in the next game that we play. That could be fun. I'm not opposed to cosplay.
Situations like that from now on, I'd really appreciate it.
Alright, so I can... do that there.
What on earth are they doing? You know what? I'm getting to the point where seeing my own robots destroying what I've made is old hat. I can't say the irony is lost on me, though. Even though I hate a lot of things about this place, there was a time when I had to fight to keep it alive. The money men were demanding results, and Joshua was on the way. Seeing the rusted ruin it's become is unpleasant.
Unpleasant?
Well, the years have not been kind to this place. To think, back when this was a lab, I used to spend most of my time sitting in the middle of that hole in the floor.
I'm pretty sure I can be topless, but I just can't show nipples. I need to double check. Twitch updated their TOS regarding all of that at some point recently, if I recall. We got a few places. We got a few places we can put the side pillar. Okay.
This is where I made a major breakthrough. I'm not with World Hunger, though. I realized I could weaponize some of my research. You can bet the people signing my checks were far more interested in that.
I realized I could weaponize my research. Ah, we've discovered... Huh?
That is where Brightpaw began. At the time, of course, it was just a necessary evil, a way to continue my work. A small slip that would be forgiven once I'd solved all the other problems in the world.
He only wanted to do a little evil, chat. And he was gonna make up for the evil by doing good. A tale as old as capitalism.
The elevator is still in service.
Oh, this doesn't work, huh? So I have to have the box back on the other side.
What I
Okay,
meant
and
was,
then-
the elevator is definitely not in service.
Okay, perfect.
The irony is, I actually figured it out. World hunger, I mean. I was going to change the world, make a real difference to mankind. Best of all, I'd finally be able to share my work with my family. And those bastard pen pushers dismissed me without a second thought.
So we have to go forward once, the robot cuts across. I can move this. Yes, that's exactly the TOS. You can drink, you just can't take money for drinking related things. Wait, what? I did not realize the robot was going forward. Alright. So... Alright, so I can go up to here. This goes forward. Okay, and then... Well, I can move this. Yeah. And then I can do this.
Perfect, but it would've
Perfect.
worked. I solved scarcity and they didn't even try. Then I realized if they didn't care, why should I? It's all just history. All that matters now is catching the bugger responsible for all of this.
Oh, it goes all the way back across once it goes. Okay, so now I hit wait, and it's gonna go to that one. Got it. All right, I need to run to the restroom really quick. When I get back, we're going to finish this, and after we finish this last act, we're going to play some Super Meat Boy. I'm going to listen to his narration
What
first,
on
though.
earth? How is this place still so tidy?
Okay, BRB. 1 second. The boys are playing Smash Brothers together out in the other room. It warms my heart. They have to grow up in a plague-ridden world, but I would have killed for a Nintendo Switch as a child, so you know, it's not all bad, I suppose.
This fellow met his end in a very inconvenient place. I don't suppose you've got any other tricks up your sleeve?
What are their means? Jacob was playing Pikachu, and Declan liked Samus. I know nothing about competitive Smash. Excuse me? My cat just teleport? Oh, it's a different picture.
How did you even begin to try that? You know, the most disquieting thing about this entire situation is that despite all of my research and decades of questionable scientific investigation, I've never seen anything quite like your powers.
What platform? This is a Switch game that we're playing. It's available on Nintendo Switch for $10. It's been a lot of fun. The puzzles vary in difficulty. We've gotten tripped up on a couple of them. The narration has been great, though.
This is more like it.
The animation is
They
cute.
must have been trying to keep up appearances by sweeping all the mess back here. Seems like we're pretty hemmed in here, though, Theo.
It's short-ish, so like we're about 2 hours in, hour 45, and this is the last act of it, but it's also only $10, so it's an indie game from a small developer. All right, so I assume we need to move forward so we can phase past here.
Whoop, scratch that. Folding space-time certainly makes navigating this junk easier.
It really does.
Oh, I forgot about these. They were toys for Joshua. I was going to give them to him when I finally introduced him and Lauren to my work. Just goes to show how old all this is. He's a man in his own right now. God, the robots around here have been working away, keeping this place clean almost as long as he's been alive. Well, despite a decade or two without proper maintenance, the reactor seems to be doing well. I was concerned it might be choked with junk, but it seems it won't explode anytime soon. Don't worry about all the lightning. It's supposed to look like that. Just don't get too close, and you'll be fine.
It's supposed to do that. Don't get too close.
Ah! Another bloody robot! robot! Run for it, Theo!
Oh, I'm out of movement. So I probably want to save this one so we can zigzag over there. Or did I just do... Did I mess that up? Was that what we did before? That is what I did before. Alright. If I do this, can I teleport through still? I cannot. So I probably want to do this one then. Looks like we jump about 2 spaces with this.
Ha! It appears your teleport trick stopped it dead in its tracks. Well, as nice as that is, there's no guarantee it will last. Let's not stick around to test the theory. How on earth have they kept this place so clean when they keep doing things like this? If your powers prevented the last robot from chasing us, I wonder what it would do to one of these. How wise of you, Theo. Looking before you leap. Oh, thank God. I was sure it was just going to explode. Should be safe to keep doing this. Probably. Why would they bother to expose the wiring like this? It's obvious they aren't doing anything with it. You would think I'd engineered the laser units purely to destroy my own property.
Now we can do that, and then...
That was a little bit too close for comfort. Guess it's good to know the limitations of your powers, if only to know when we need to run.
If you're gonna be stuck inside of a cat, being stuck inside of a super cat seems like a good place to be.
Oh, that robot is a lot closer to us than I'd like. But this time we can do something about it.
That's actually probably not very useful. Huh? I assume I need to get onto my side beam and then teleport teleport across. I need to reset here and think this through.
Oh, that robot is a lot closer to us than I'd like. But this time we can do something about it.
Well, I didn't realize we could change the camera view. That's neat. More top-down view as opposed to the thematic. I think this keeps our orientation here.
This new ability ability of yours is proving very useful, don't you think?
Okay, so then we can drop this here,
Traverse that gap.
and then we can go 2 forward and then jump across.
Okay, Theo. I don't want you getting a big head, but that was good thinking.
Thank you, Mr. Narrator.
This place seems relatively calm, if not a little dark for my tastes.
These robots about to jump out and get me. That was rude.
Lovely. Just lovely. I doubt we can stun them all. We may have to come up with a different strategy.
Oh, I'm too far up now. Huh? Oh, I can move this.
Well done, Theo. That should give us a little breathing room.
Okay. That helps. I think maybe that helps. So we drop this here. And then perfect.
This was going to be a place to relax and sit back with a book. Me and Lauren were going to be able to work together, and Joshua would have had an amazing place to grow up. Looks more like a construction site now.
Can't teleport anywhere useful.
Theo, I know you're feeling a little more capable against these robots, but perhaps putting ourselves directly in harm's way was not the best course of action? Well, if you're sure about this.
Then we get to jump across. I don't have any legal moves now, right? Huh? If we go this way... None of these seem to be legal moves. What if I don't move it all the way over? I just move it partially over? We can teleport through the bushes. The problem is that my orientation stays the same when I teleport. So if I jump to here, I'm still facing the wall. And all of my movements involve going directly forward, so I can't move then. We path through the bush on the left. I'm not sure. Let's restart and try again.
This was going to be a place to relax and sit back with a book. Me and Lauren were going to be able to work together, and Joshua would have had an amazing place to grow up. Looks more like a construction site now.
So the problem is, once I do this, all of these other moves are locked out except teleporting. And then if I jump to here, I guess I could jump. And then I have another one, but I think that's too far, right? Yeah, I can't jump through at that point. My only legal moves are that or that. I guess I could do this. And if I do this, then I can do this one, which this lets me jump through. Okay, I think we're making progress now. So then this lets me go this way, but I need to slide this over.
I can't see a way past this laser, Theo.
Oh, wait. If I do this... No, I can't slide the bush over if I do that, right? What if I go up just 2? Oh, interesting. So where I path dictates how the robot paths. Okay, we kind of learned that earlier, right? With our robot friend that ended up dying. Well... Is he gonna run me over now? I feel like it must involve dictating control of what you do while this robot's around you. Like, what if I go to here first? Does that change how the robot moves? Oh, you know what? So I'm supposed to go like this, and then before I move up 2, I want to move this over to lock him in. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, we're gonna lock him behind the block. This is a good one.
It may shock you, but I've always seen the benefits of physical fitness as well as mental prowess. I thought it would be good for the whole family to stay in shape. Watch your step, Theo. Unexplained psychic powers won't prevent you tripping and bumping your head.
Man, I probably want to jump back this way.
I think it was when I was building this that I realized it would never work out. Lauren would have questioned where the funds came from, and she would have never accepted the truth. She had a very firm outlook on morality, you see.
Very firm outlook on morality. You don't say. You don't say.
I would usually advise we find another route. But you seem to have developed a knack for problem solving by defying the laws of physics. So, what have you got up your sleeve this time?
So, our teleport only works 2 spaces. So, we can't teleport across. Oh, we could probably go through the wall, though, right?
Ha! Now that's thinking outside the box, Theo. My God. It's a total disaster area. What happened in here?
Try and drop that there. The question is, do I have another psychic jump, or is this our last one?
You're getting awfully good at juking those.
So if they give us another one, we need one to get out of the
You're
room
right,
is
she's
the
leaping through all
problem.
this rubble, Theo. Let's find another path before that chaser wakes up.
Another path. Is there something over here? Oh, now it gave us another one. Got it. That's kind of annoying instead of it just giving us one from the start.
Time to go, Theo, quickly!
Papa Robot's coming, chat.
Oh no, we're trapped. I hope you remember how to repeat your latest trick.
Alright, I think this is the last level.
It's distressing to see the garden like this. I was hoping it might have escaped the decline that befell the labs.
Do we find out what's happened after this level? I need to know, chat. Who broke in? Who killed this cast people? I'm invested. Okay, then we move 2 forward, we jump across.
I always planned to build a nice gazebo just over there. A serene place to just relax and take in the ambience.
It was the cat the whole time. That would not surprise me. Oh, was I not supposed to use a teleport early? I'm supposed to use this to start, and then maybe this. Yeah, okay, that's it.
Plenty of room for Joshua to play, and some nice plants for Lauren and I. Is that a bloody crashed helicopter? What? That's a Fennec chopper, MI5 standard. Those bastards have been after me for years. Is this how the killer got past all my security? Ha! Good thing they went down trying to land in here. There might be something useful in the wreckage. Theo, we've got to go and take a look. Come on, Theo, just a little closer. Oh. Theo, come on, get up, Theo. Oh, thank God. For a second there, I thought I was going to be stuck in a dead cat.
Thought I was going to be stuck in a dead cat. We might just do Super Meat Boy on another night. I kind of want to finish this one. I don't know how long it is, but I can't imagine it's more than another hour or two. I'm invested, chat.
How many fingers am I holding up? Oh, wait. Bugger. Oh, crumbs. He's brain dead, isn't he? I'm in a brain dead cat.
I love the narrator heckling when you take forever.
In the facility's sewage system. If we want to find a way out, following the water is probably our best bet. I'll leave it to the freakishly competent psychic cat to figure things out for a moment, if that's all right with you.
Wait, can I not put... Oh, you know what? I need to...
Hold on, that's an MI5 agent. Or the bones of one, anyway. Did he fall from the helicopter and die down here? Must have been some time ago if he's in this state.
Alright, so now we can teleport. Yeah, sorry, Fox. It'll stay in there. We'll get to it next week.
But if he's been rotting down here, he couldn't possibly be the killer. Let's get out of here, Theo. Perhaps there's more to find downstream. This is all junk from Brightpaw. How long have those damn robots been flushing everything? Christ, and I thought I was in control of things. Watch out for these broken robots, Theo. They're probably still dangerous.
Broken robots are more sporadic and angry, chat. You don't want to piss them off.
This whole bloody place is a hazard. Keep your eyes sharp.
Now the real question is, are these lasers going to turn off here? They are. Okay.
Well, this is clearly not my work. I don't recycle. Who the hell set up shop in my sewers? It's like the further we walk, the stranger things get. Careful amongst all this junk, Theo. Unless you're a big fan of tetanus.
Any big fans of tetanus in the house?
Maybe, if we're lucky, the killer fell down here too, and he's just as lost and confused as us. That would be nice.
Was Act 9 also sweet? That actually makes me feel a little bit better. One of my complaints was going to be if it ended at Act 7 that the game was a little bit short. But like 2 to 3 3 hours for $10 is like really not bad. We just played through Portal 1, and that was like...
Are there people living
that was
down
less than
here
2
in my
hours.
sewer system? How bloody long has this been going on?
Titanus is my jam. I listen to it all the time. Alright. Yeah, the puzzles were like just starting to get good in Area 6. I'm glad we're not done with them. Alright, so what do we have? I've got 2 boxes I can move. There's a switch I can flip. There's another thing I can move over here. Let's flipping the switch too. It puts that down. Okay.
Ah! Get it, Theo, before it gets us!
I think I probably need to take some movement before we start controlling things, huh? Because every time we do something, these move. So I think I moved to here to start. And then we can move to here and then blink past this to turn it off.
I'm sick and tired of having robots jump out at me, Theo. What did I do to deserve this? Don't answer that. Was everyone here an agent sent after me? I did order my security to dispose of intruders. Perhaps they took it a bit too literally. So these people decorated their homes with surveillance footage of me and collected as many of my robots as they could. Forgive me if I find this a little unsettling.
So... we throw that switch, the other one... the other robot's coming for us now, too.
Well spotted. Now let's take our leave. Something about this place is making my skin crawl.
I got a straightforward run to the end.
It's probably just the wind. Or water pipes.
Seriously? Can I really not finish? That's awkward. We were talking about multiple endpoints in case you had different cards at the end of an earlier level, and they seemed to work out nicely based on what you were doing, but this is definitely not one of those cases, huh? I'm not even really sure where I'm supposed to go back to fix that at this point. Oh, that's totally it. We can move the barge back one. That's a good catch. Because the barge, we have control over how far the barge goes. Good catch, Snorlax. Thanks for free out tonight, by the way. This was initially a sponsored segment for this game, but I decided I liked it. I wanted to finish playing through it. It's called Breakpaw. If you want to pick it up on Switch, it's $10. Cute little puzzle game with fun narrative-driven story. We've been playing for about 2 hours.
Look at the size of that building. It must be significant in some way down here. I don't have any better ideas. Do you? Of course you don't.
Are those lasers going to stop if we wait?
There must be something we can do to block off those lasers. Can you see anything, Theo?
Ah, there we go. Okay, and then... I want to go this way. Yeah, I agree, Protagonist. I also, even though I take sponsored things for games, like, most of the games we play are technically sponsored somewhere, right? It's just, like, sometimes subs pay me instead of the companies that makes the games pay me. And, like, generally speaking, I'm fortunate to be able to, like, tell people no if they send me a game. Like, I'm not, I'm not gonna fail to pay my bills if I don't take a game. So I frequently turn down sponsored game offers. That don't seem interesting. Alright, let's start... What if we do these initial movements differently?
Look out! That robot's coming right for us, Theo!
Okay, and then I have two sides, so I could jump this way, then walk forward. Alright, what are we doing here? Did I do something inefficient? Oh, walk forward and then jump over. Good call. Yeah, you're right. I think it doesn't follow us out onto these things.
Broken machines are significantly more intimidating when they're chasing you through the sewers. Oh, no, no, no.
Now, this all ends up about the same, right? There must be something to this movement area we're missing. So I did the laser... See, waiting doesn't do it. You think we want to wait on putting the lasers down? Maybe we walk up first? Oh, we want to wait to make it go to the wrong spot. That's got to be it. That's a good catch, Fox. All right, tricky.
Theo, into that building, quickly! That's a decent amount of robots. They're not exactly smart, though. Maybe we can slip between them.
Okay, dudes, if you're gonna be up, you need to be quiet. You wanna hang out for a minute? That's allowed. It's allowed. We gotta help the kitty get past the robots.
How you? Why, Daddy?
See the arrows tell the kitty how to walk?
Well, but the robots that we don't buy. The robots that we don't buy.
Turned sewer dweller crowd, the concept of spiritual
Robots
redemption
that we
would
don't
be
buy,
quite
okay?
appealing. You know, for something made out of reclaimed materials, this place is impressive. The stained glass, especially. Is that?
To go back. Will you
Of
go
course, he's
back?
the deity of the sewer folk.
That robot
That just makes
just to go.
perfect sense.
The deity of the sewer folk. The Vorthos of whatever going on here is really something. Okay.
And there's a robot in a Pope hat too. The Pope bot. Are we sure we didn't die in that fall?
Are we sure we didn't die in that fall? Asking the real questions.
Well, it's bizarre to know that a religion formed in my waste systems. I'm not really sure what to make of it, to be honest.
Boys, no wrestling. I need you guys on separate floors. What are we fighting over? You boys both need to go out there. Give me that, please.
We've climbed a fair bit
Give
higher
me-
than I thought. Pipe looks a little
All right.
rickety,
You
but
need
I'm
to
not
go
sure
upstairs.
if I can face returning to that
Go up to the
church.
trade room now. You're not, because you're not listening. You need to sit down in the good or go upstairs, please. Thank you. The narration is really good.
Just need to get onto the pipe, okay? I'm sure you can come up with something if you just look around.
I like that the narrator like gently nudges you too in different spots, which is good. That's a good game design thing that I love. Like integrated tips basically that feel natural to the game. Okay, and then let's see, where do we get to put a side block? Perfect. What you doing, dude?
Theo, what are you planning on doing about that robot? There's not much room to maneuver up here.
Oh, you know what? I think we have to go back. Can we move the side block?
Good to know you have a plan
Perfect.
and you aren't just winging it. You do have a plan.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's a very elegant way to like keep you engaged.
I've always admired your reflexes, Theo. Now get me away from that damn pipe. Careful, Theo. There's someone here. And they look unstable.
A person, chat. We haven't encountered a person yet.
What? That toy is Joshua's. Why would it be down here? He's not even in the country.
Hello? Oh, Theo, it's only you. What are you doing about on your own?
No. Can't be.
Oh no.
What are you doing? My Theo doesn't move. Not anymore. No, 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 no. You aren't my Theo. Not my Theo at all.
This game's getting dark, chat. I don't know that I was prepared for the dark twist.
Joshua shouldn't be here. He was off traveling the world, having a life. Christ, we can't even do anything about it. You're just a cat, and I'm stuck. I'm sick of this impotence, Theo. I've got to do something, Theo.
I wasn't prepared for the game to get dark and emotional, chat.
We need to start fixing things. I need to make this right.
I thought we were like quirky secret agent style thing, and now it's all...
Okay, Theo, we're getting out of here. If I remember rightly, the water in the sewers should flow close to the mines. If we can reach them, it shouldn't be too hard to escape.
It has all the feelings. My feelings are full. Alright, so I have that, I have this. So I assume this changes the gates like the other one.
Come on, I know it looks like it's built of spit and dreams, but it's our way forwards. In you get. Oh, well, that's awfully shaky, isn't it? A necessary evil, Theo. We won't let a damn basket stop us. Those stairs look like the way to go.
Okay, so we can do this, and then we can zip across this way. I think I need to start this further down. We found what sounds like is his son in the sewers, Logan. Someone Googled it and said there is a ninth act as well, so...
We just need to deal with that lost chaser robot and then slip by the big guy. Go on, you know how to deal with these buggers. I can't help but wonder why none of those highly trained agents thought to search for an exit before settling in. I mean, you just have to follow the water. Must be the air down here messing with their heads.
Alright, none of those are legal plays. Hey, Drum Freak. Hope you're doing well in this calm before the storm that's coming tomorrow. Thanks for everything. Hopefully we can finish it early down here in Florida. God bless, Drum Freak. Thanks for doing your part. And thanks for the 20 months in the Prime. I appreciate that. I wouldn't be here without you. My Theo doesn't move. Oh yeah, he also said Theo is dead, right? That's true. Oh, I wonder if this is a clone. Is the cat like a clone? I feel like based on what's happened so far, the cat could be a clone. There was a toy cat on the ground, yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Go on, you know how to deal with these buggers.
Okay, perfect. So now we jump across.
There's a lot of bones here. I suppose it's difficult to escape when you've been crushed by something built to crack through mountains. Lucky for us, it's looking pretty low on power. All right, Theo. We've got to be careful ahead. The amount of robots in the mines might be prohibitive, but I believe in you.
Yeah, Pennsylvania or Florida go Biden. It's 99% over. The problem is Pennsylvania's not going to start counting their absentee ballots until much later on. Boys, you both need to be out of my office for the rest of the night. If
Lord,
you
there's a
need
lot of
help,
robots.
it's upstairs.
No
She
more
would
than
love to
expected,
help.
though.
I'm locking
We just
my
need to
door.
proceed extremely carefully and make sure that
I
we
should have done that
aren't
last
spotted.
time. Should have done that last time. Shit. That's true. Biden, Texas. If Texas gets called for Biden, it's also over as well. There's a lot of things that could go right. All right, so we got a bunch of robots. That gets us run over. Oh, I love this too. Look, another layer of the puzzle is where the robot's map changes based on your position.
Oh, bugger! Christ on a bike! Okay, stealth out the window. We've got to make a run for it before the bastard wakes up and alerts any other guards.
Oh, where can I do this side? What does this do? This opens it up.
That's it, the doors are open. No time to patch stuff on the back now. Go, go, go.
Go.
No time to wait for them to move, Theo. Just make a break for it. Theo, I don't want to alarm you, but that guard has woken up and the exit looks distinctly sealed.
All right, so I think I did this spot. I'm not quite sure. I think I need to restart this level actually and like take it in from the start again. I'm not sure if jumping over that. The count without commentary from analysts. I don't offhand. That'd probably be useful to have.
Robots. No more than expected, though. We just need to proceed extremely carefully and make sure that we aren't spotted. Oh, bugger!
These are the first two plays I did last time.
Christ on a bike! Okay, stealth out the window. We've got to make a run for it before the bastard wakes up and alerts any other guards.
So that ends me there. This takes me here. This takes me here. I have two side blocks. What if I use the first one here to lock this in? Then that goes through. And then I could do this to lock this one in.
That's it, the doors are open. No time to patch stuff on the back now. Go, go, go.
Oh, I can only use one side block at a time. I knew that somewhere in my head. The problem is, I'm not quite sure. Alright, this is kind of how. Nope. Not where we ended up. Alright, well, the levels definitely got more challenging. That request was granted. Feel like I need to take a different starting move. So I can't do that when we get run over. This we can go one step forward. This we can go here, and it ends up next to us. And then I can technically sidestep back to wipe this out. When we go through it, it turns it off. And then maybe this does it. So if I go to here now, this will run across. I can drop a side beam on here to open that up. Okay.
No time to wait for them to move, Theo. Just make a break for it. Theo, I don't want to alarm you, but that guard has woken up and the exit looks distinctly sealed.
So, backtracking through feels like we ended up using too much movement. What if I go up this way instead? Do we need to stun the guards? I don't know. I think our next try is not doing that. We might just be able to outrun it. Yeah, it looks like we run out of movement cards if we go back away from the exit like we did.
Lord, that's a lot of robots. No more than expected there. We just need to proceed extremely carefully and make sure that we aren't spotted.
So if we start here, I can then use this first move to get up to here.
No time to wait for them to move, Theo. Just make a break for it.
If I do this here, does this back one get me? Oh no, he got stunned because he was next to us. Okay, that's perfect, right? I think maybe. Gosh, I feel like we're so close. I just need to get out with the last couple of moves that we have. What if we put this here? We have two side blocks. Yeah, I think we need to use the first one to distract the guard. Okay, so I have warping out of here is my only option, right? What if I warp this way, though? Oh, wait, I didn't warp last time before. Last time I went up 1, right? Did I? Oh, if it walks into... Okay, so I can... Yeah, this seems like it's correct. I gotta figure out what we're supposed to do with these blocks, though, is the question. If we do this, I can creep up, and then, oh, is this it? No. No. Yeah, the problem is, if we go around, we don't have enough movement to go around them. So the problem with getting to the left bridge is that to go to the left bridge, yeah, we have to figure out how to get past the first bot to get over that way. And this is just what I did last time, right? Just moving this right away. So you can only put the blocks in certain spots that light up. You see, like this technically works if we had more moves. Yeah, that's something we need to try for sure, Lampton, is starting with the side block. I agree.
Of robots. No more than expected there. We just need to proceed extremely carefully and make sure that we aren't spotted.
Would you like to enable assist mode? Assist mode will restart the level. Not yet. Not yet. Okay? I appreciate your offer, but not yet. Yeah, I have the competitive advantage that is Twitch chat. Okay, so if I do that first, we just die, right? Because I can't teleport. I can't teleport around it. I can't go through it. So I can't start on a pillar. So my starting move is dictated to this or this.
Christ on a bike! Okay, stealth's out the window. We've got to make a run for it before the bastard wakes up and alerts any other guards.
Is that the right player, or did I just mess it up already? We started a sequence like this earlier, and it didn't work out.
to wait for them to move, Theo. Just make a break for it. Theo, I don't want to alarm you, but that guard has woken up and...
Is this it? Are we doing it? Oh no! He's gonna run us down, isn't he, chat? Don't do it! Land on the spot behind me!
Go, go, go.
Land on... Go, go, go! Go, 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 Theo! Alright, we did it. We didn't need the level assist, chat. Our brains are huge. We didn't need the assist mode.
We somehow managed to get through that last chamber without being slaughtered, but we can't slow down yet. The alarm could be raised at any moment.
Alright, there's our cat. Where are we going? Oh gosh, we gotta get all the way over there? Yikes. Alright, so... I could do this, which flips that. My side blocks can go in any of those 4 places. That level was called Slippin' By. Yep, accurate. Math checks out.
Why do my bloody laser units always seem to cover as much space as possible? I mean, really? Do you need a clearance of 6 meters when you mine? Oh, lovely! That's another guard coming through us, Theo. I hope you can think of a way around it. I swear, it's like I built these lasers just to complicate matters. Nice job. Now leg it.
Oh, I didn't notice this. I can move this. Nice. Okay, so that blocks the guard behind us from coming at us. Does a voice line imply your movements are correct? Not always.
Okay, that was intense, but we can keep it up. The mines aren't that expansive, or at least they weren't when I was in charge.
All right, champ, we're pushing on. We're pushing on through. We can do it.
Let's keep the pace up, Theo. I've got no idea how close those robots might be.
That's a lot of dynamite. All right, let's find out what this does.
Oh God, I can't feel my legs. Am I dead? Oh wait, that's right. I don't have legs. Ha. Well, no time to waste. Get across. What the? These are the explosives that kill us stole. Well, that's about the last noise you want to hear when you're standing on a pile of explosives. Perhaps we should exit stage left. Oh, well, yes, of course! That's just bloody perfect!
He's so salty. All right. When I pull this side pillar out, that it's gonna explode, isn't it? Alright, good news. Didn't explode. Baby steps. Bad news. I don't think I can move out of this, right? Because that's killing me. That's killing me. That's killing me. And if I move the side pillar, the single move was wrong. Yeah, you're right.
That's right. Easy does it. Just stay calm and remember that if you don't hurry, we're going to die.
If you don't hurry, we're going to... Oh. Oh. Oopsie. Hold on. Sorry. Un moment. I should turn off friend notifications on my Switch. Apparently my brother-in-law is playing Hades. I was like, I thought I had Steam friends turned off. This is the Switch.
I would have expected an explosion by now. Maybe we still have a chance. I don't know how they're going to get past all those robots, though.
They had so many different places to put the side chat. This is too many decisions. I might play Hades. Yeah, there's a video of us playing Hades on my YouTube channel. 2 videos?
We can slip right around. I'm surprised these fellows have a survival instinct. I certainly never programmed one.
Perfect.
That fence comes down. I don't fancy being crushed in a robot stampede.
I enjoyed my first couple runs of Hades, but the gameplay got a little repetitive for me, and the actual amount of content in that game wasn't that much.
They must have pushed through from my old lab.
Like, if you're someone that doesn't enjoy the constant replayability of the same levels over and over again, like, this game has more content at 3.5 hours or so than Hades does. Like, an actual full run of Hades, sans replaying the same thing over and over again, is only like an hour. Alright, what are we doing with this? We've been, we're gonna do our second part of our playthrough for Bastion later this week, I think on Thursday. That's another super giant game, that one's really good. I think I prefer Bastion to Hades. It's more typical ARPG though, as opposed to a roguelite.
I hope we're under the labs, otherwise we might have a minor ecological disaster on our hands. These roots shouldn't have grown this far. Not exactly high priority right now, though.
Yeah, that's a good summary, Limpton. Oh, I can move these. That changes everything. Wait, can I move them? Oh, they only go left to right. Got it. Okay, and then I could jump to here and then jump across. Got it. And then this walks us forward and then teleport and then...
If anything, that tree just proves how damn good I am at my job. Yes, okay, let's get a move on. Looks like the robots here have largely cleared out. We just need to make it past those lasers.
These are the 3 things we can move. It looks like maybe. Although I can't move them. Or do I need to put blocks in? Yes. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's wrong. I'm gonna have to go back. I bet I only get 2 side blocks, so the first one's gotta go here. Okay. And now, let's go forward.
Just focus on the lasers, Theo. Try to ignore the certain depth just beneath this rickety-thin sheet metal platform.
How do I get through the middle now, though? Because this doesn't go side to side. I do get a teleport. I wonder if I need another one, though. Oh, we do get another teleport. Okay, so we're fine. I was thinking, I wasn't sure if I was getting another teleport or not. Okay.
You know, if I'd bothered to make the laser units more mobile, these ones would have probably run off already. Hindsight is 20/20, I suppose. Is it just me, or is the amount of rock falling from above steadily increasing? We must be close to the exit now, Theo. I think.
This game is so unrealistic, our psionic cat doesn't fall into the lava river.
Theo, look! The rail terminal is just down there! It looks like the robots are still trying to load up the train. If we're quick, we can hitch a ride to safety.
Oh man, the levels really did scale up, huh? So we can move these 3 things. I probably want to start by moving the cat up towards getting on this robot's head.
Clamber on a robot's head? That was a joke, Theo. But what the hell? It's worth a shot. These bloody machines are just panicking, Theo. We're going to have to try and hurt them ourselves. God, this might actually work.
Yeah, we gotta grab this one and pull it up, right? Crap, I don't have any moves left to let that work. Oh, wait, does my orientation change when he moves? Totally does. So when the robot twists, my orientation twists. So these only go in certain directions. So this only goes left to right. And this only goes this way. Wait, can I just teleport? No, I can't teleport through behind us. That's awkward. Okay, so let's start back here. So this happens, this goes forward. Now, these are gonna connect, which seems good for us. So let's move this over. That turns me around backwards. I think the solution involves the robot and the third robot in the rock. Yeah, probably. And this is where I got to before, where none of our moves were valid. What if we send this up now, and then this goes back, and then if I take this and lock it here... Oh, he didn't turn around. And I'm too far to teleport at this point. Yeah, that's something we haven't tried yet. Okay, this lets me move forward one here. What happens if I move forward one from here? Is this an... Oh! No, damn it.
Around like this is really making me motion sick.
Now... Oh, I can port to the big rock. Oh, that's a good catch. Yeah, that's got to be it. Okay, sweet. I think that's it. Sick. Okay. And now we just got to get out.
I can't believe that worked. No time
Yep.
to stand about, Theo.
Man, are we going to be one short again?
The train at platform 1 is today's final service.
Do you hear that? The train's still working. We can ride it straight out of the mines.
Alright, how do we... So this is a legal move. And then this goes past us. And then we could do this. Problem here is now this is in front of us and running us over. I mean, this is a good one. Oh, yeah, I think you're right. So if I can technically move this over 2 turns, right? And does that do it? I wonder if we need to save our teleport for the very end. Because we used our teleport up. Okay, this is illegal. That's a legal play. That's blocked though. We're gonna lead on the 3 straightforward. Yeah, maybe. And then... Okay, I think this might get us out. No, am I stuck on the wall now? This is it. Alright, we're there. He said before clicking a half a second too soon.
That train is our last hope, Theo. There's no time to make it out on foot. If we miss it, we're completely screwed.
Alright, so there's no toggles. What can we put Psy on?
We don't have time to tiptoe over there. Not with that bastard chasing us. Maybe those worker drones will just load us on like cargo.
Oh, that guy's coming up behind us real quick. And I think we have to... I think I took the wrong move to start. Yeah, let's start like that.
God, don't these robots have anything better to do right now?
Okay.
Come on! We're so close!
This will be the last service today.
Didn't even need the weight,
No
chat.
time to relax, though. Remember our last train ride? Buckle up, Theo. I think this is going to be much, much worse.
Burnout, baby.
Okay, Theo. Things are a little more tense this time, but we've done this once before, and we made it out fine. Probably best to move up the train in case the entire cave starts to collapse, though.
Just in case.
Of course! Why not add a little fire to the situation? Try not to singe your whiskers, Theo! It's okay, Theo! You can do this! Just think inflammable thoughts! I mean non-flammable. I don't know. This isn't my usual area of expertise. I don't think we're the only stowaways here. Be careful around those robots. They're dangerous enough when we aren't on a burning train. That's it, Theo. Let's bypass this mechanical menagerie. Ah!
Oh. All right. Please hold. Oh wait, I can't walk that way. Yeah, I think you're right. So if I do this and I slide this up here,
Okay,
now I can go up to...
and our escape vehicle is on fire. I'm sure it could be worse. Somehow.
What if I only block one? Yeah, what if we only block one of them? Why can't I go there? Oh, wait, I could just block all of them off. Got it. Wait, did I just quit by mistake? That's the wrong one. I want to go to. I need to turn the rumble off on the controller. I apologize. We'll have to go back through some of that to start, but it's rumbling the controller the entire time I'm on the train level, and it's really uncomfortable. It kind of adds effect, and some rumble at the start would be fine, but the fact that it's just rumbling the entire time is really awkward to grip onto.
This time, but we've done this once before, and we made it out fine.
Yeah, that's right. It's probably not good for the controller either to have it rumbling constantly.
Of course! Why not add a little fire to the situation? Try not to singe your whiskers, Theo.
Probably have to push the block out to make a bridge across the fire. Yeah, that's a good thought.
It's okay, Theo. You can do this. Just think inflammable thoughts. I mean, non-flammable. I don't know. This isn't my usual area of expertise.
Yeah, I just turned it off quite. That's why I restarted the level.
The only stowaways here.
I accidentally exited instead of going to settings to start.
When we aren't on a burning train. That's it, Theo. Let's bypass this mechanical menagerie.
Alright, and then we'll put a side block down. And then we move this up. We move this up one at a time. So we do that, you get stuck. We do this, you get stuck. We do this, you're all stuck. Oh, you know what? Am I supposed to trap them on the other side? I think I'm supposed to trap them on the other side, so that way, when I run it off into the fire, they all go to the left. Because right now, when I run this off... Wait, can I not move this over?
Okay, so the caves are collapsing, and our escape vehicle is on fire. I'm sure it could be worse. Somehow.
Okay, now it lets me do it. And now I can do... No? Did I use the wrong move? Oh, you know what? I need to do this first.
fun about a hot tin roof that applies to this, but I'm too tense to think it through. Ah, more flaming coals! That's just perfect! This vehicle is becoming more fire than train!
Yeah, the soundtrack's been good for sure.
Oh my god, Theo! Yes! No! You got it! Careful! Ah!
Oh, wait. So I want to jump to here. And then we want to do this block in the middle. Nice. Okay.
Almost there, Theo. This is going to be
It's really good, Rainbow Saber. The puzzles were a little slow to get started, but yeah, like the last like 4 acts have been really good.
Quickly, before the lava consumes it.
As it ramped up teaching the mechanics. The puzzles that were slow to start too also went pretty quickly though, so I think that's pretty forgiving about them.
Oh, look, over there. Sunlight. Honest to God, sunlight. We're going to make it. We're so close. You can make that gap, right, Theo? Surely you can. No, it's not fair. It can't end like this. Surely you can do something. You're a psychic cat, for God's sake. So help me God, Theo. If we die this close to safety, I will personally claw my way out of hell to haunt the bastard that set that bomb.
Is that friend? He's alive! Daz is alive, chat! Daz came back to save us!
You beautiful machine. Now let's get out of here before it all comes down.
Oh, we even had a happy ending for Daz, chat. Happy-ish.
Not to be disrespectful, but we should really get out of here.
Oh, Daz. Poor Daz.
We made
Poor
it! I
Daz.
can't believe we made it! That was far too close for any sort of comfort, Theo. Oh, God, it feels good to be back in open air. Wait a minute. Do you hear that? Is that Lauren?
I settle this now, settle the world to see, settled your death before it swallowed me. Don't think I don't know, don't think I don't see.
I think we're all done. Looks like the end.
I heard your haunted house when I was left alone. I was always hoping that you're gonna.
What are the odds that song at the end gets me copy struck? That there's a very, very likely. What song? I don't know. It sounds like a regular song though. Yeah, there's no narration. You just got on the plane. It's just the music playing. Yeah, there was no subtitles there. That was really good. It was 3.5 hours, not bad. What happened to your son? That's a good question. No, I'm gonna call it TDM. I told Fox that I would just leave Meat Boy in the queue and we'd get to it. We'd get to it another day. I wasn't expecting to do this all the way through, but it was just like, it was really well done. So this was initially a sponsored segment for Brightpaw. They paid me to do an hour. We ended up doing 3.5 hours and playing it start to finish. It's $10 on the Switch store if you want to pick it up and play through it yourself. Very quirky puzzle game with fun narration that went all the way through. Feels like they could do more in the same vein with other things in a different kind of story. Yeah, like the insane child in the sewers was just maybe the person in the sewers was a hallucination. It definitely feels like there's room for it to have been a hallucination, huh? That's the DLC? Yeah, maybe. Sweet. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. People have asked me if I was going to stream on Election Day. I'm going to do my normal streams tomorrow. So I'll be live in the morning with some Runeterra, and I will be live in the evening. What are we playing tomorrow night? I think we're starting a new game tomorrow night. Oh, we're going to start Transistor tomorrow night. We're going to start Transistor tomorrow night. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, so tomorrow, if there's anybody new to the channel, we do variety stuff here. Usually I take Monday nights off, but I was live tonight. We're going to start Transistor tomorrow. We're going to play Pacer's, actually another sponsored one that looked good. It is a racing game. And then we're going to finish Bastion and Spyro Reignited. And then Saturday and Sunday will be Horizon Zero Dawn and Breath of the Wild again. So thanks everybody for hanging out. I'll catch all of y'all around later. Hopefully see some of you tomorrow morning or tomorrow night. Remember, if you missed any of that Brightpaw segment, that'll all go up on the YouTube channel along with everything else that I play. Peace, folks.